What up, peeps? It's your girl, Josh, coming back to you for all takes. Today I'll be doing a reaction to what looks like to be the sneak peek for New York Comic Con's TV show for Siren. I'm excited because if any of you all follow me, I actually did the full season 1. I actually reviewed it on a weekly basis, and I really enjoyed this. Mind you, when I did that, it was almost a year prior when I'd heard the show was going to be coming on the channel Freeform, and I was really interested in it because there's no show out where it shows a telling of mermaids, and it's something a little different. They're not just, very sweet and innocent the way they wanted us to think they've always been, because everybody always wants to think, case in point, the Little Mermaid or Splash. But this was a different take on it, which was great to me. And I enjoyed meeting the character played by Lean Powell called Ren. Of course, you have the character Ben, Maddie, and then, of course, Helen. And then just learning about the family, the matriarch, the stories of the mermaids, how they were slaughtered by Helen's character. And just knowing, of course, some scenes where Ren loses her sister, who's played the name Donna. It was a good season. I enjoyed it. There's a lot of stuff that has definitely been left that's unresolved, that needs to get more of a conclusion that could probably cause us to have more storyline going into season 2. So I'm excited to see what they're going to do. I know this is coming back on, they said, around January. So you know what? With that said, let me go and jump right into it because I'm just curious to see what they have in store for us, you guys. Oh, here's Ren. Uh-oh.
We're not done with those things.
Uh-oh. Who's bleeding?
Others.
Oh, she's back. I thought she told her not to come back. Oh, he's back too. Uh-oh.
We are stronger than them. I am stronger than you.
She... All right, you guys, I really enjoyed that sneak peek, and let me tell you, as you can hear me throughout the reaction, the ending where the confrontation, what looks like to be in some sort of convenience store with Ren going up against the girl in the plaid, she was in the previous season. It looks like she didn't listen to Ren when Ren told her not to come back after she got her tail whooped. No pun intended. Yeah, and she's gonna get her tail whooped again. She whooped her something good. It was a good episode, that particular one. I'm looking forward to this because now they said there's of course more, and we knew that if anyone who's watched the show, they discussed that how there are more. Ren made it abundantly clear, whichever. There was a lot of things that did come up, some backstory, whatever, and not to spoil it. If you don't want to know, then you could just stop watching the rest of this, whatever. I'm going to kind of go into a little detail of season 1, whichever. I really recommend you all watching. So from here on out, if you don't want to hear what I have to say, you can just go ahead and remove yourself from this or mute me and turn it off. Now, from season 1, you just get an understanding of, you meet Ren. She comes up there, whatever, because they're kind of messing with their shortage of food. So you're having to come up there. She comes into contact with Ben and Maddie, and they get to kind of understand her and know her. They deal with a lot of the life, beneath the water. They, ship for food, fish, and all that. And there's some people who are in the government who are trying to locate them. Unbeknownst to them, the guys who are doing shipmates, whatever, get caught up in this. One of them gets captured. One of the mermaids gets captured as well. They're both being, he's being drugged to not remember anything, and then she, Donna, the black mermaid who passes in the first season, is being used as a guinea pig and tested on, and she eventually gets away, gets back with Ren, whatever. But then in the end, certain things happen where she ends up getting killed, whichever. The governments are trying to, locate these mermaids and see, hopefully there are more, and setting little traps in the water, things of that nature. Of course, Ben is trying to be helpful to Ren and save her people, the creatures, whichever. But then there's certain things that happen with him. He already has a relationship with Maddie. Maddie. That's been strained right now. So going into season 2, they're going to be dealing with that. Then also Maddie's mother has been missing, whichever. She lives with her father, who is, I think, the sheriff. Then at the end of the season, of course, you see the part where she gets a phone call and it's her mother. Now, I did hear that a certain person will be playing Maddie's mother, and I'm very happy to see I want to say her name is Garcelle Bouvet, and she is a great actress. She's been around for a long time, does great work, and I'm looking forward to seeing her play Maddie's mother. It's going to be very interesting because, not to say they didn't put her in a good light, but she was dealing with a lot of stuff, and she kind of got away to kind of deal with that and kind of left. The way she did it. It wasn't like it was something where she's been sent somewhere to deal with her issues. She just left. So I'm looking forward to seeing that dynamic with the father, Maddie, and the mom. Of course, Ben dealing with his family and his history that he didn't know about, not realizing he's related to Helen. She's what, 1/5 or whatever of mermaid, whatever, no, ancestral down the line of the bloodline. And then just seeing Ren, be amongst them. She can still go out in the water and do her transformation into a mermaid, but she's trying to just adjust being on land now. She's kind of being kind of kind of pushed aside from, the mermaids, whatever, for the fact of her wanting to be on land, whatever. So she's kind of there. She still has a, friendship and bond with Maddie and Ben, but she's keeping her distance because she feels like she caused the rift between, Maddie and Ben, whichever. She doesn't want to feel like she's being in the way, and she feels like she needs to stand on her own. She's going to stay with Helen. So when we see her coming back into season 2, she'll be probably living with Helen, getting acquainted with, probably getting a job, doing something, being helpful, just trying to live her life now on land as opposed to always in the water. So I'm looking forward to seeing what these new mermaids are going to be. I did notice one of the mermaids, besides the female mermaid that had a confrontation with her, there's a male mermaid that was very prevalent towards the last, I want to say, 4 or 5 episodes of the season. So it's going to be really good. I really enjoyed this, and I'm also curious to see. There's a significant part in the trailer and in the show where they did like a song that she sings or hums, whatever, that can cause them to be put in a trance, the humans and all that. I want to see if they discuss it a little bit more, if that's going to be utilized a little bit in this season. If they're going to use that as some sort of sign or threat, if anybody's in the water, whichever, because that came up quite a bit, and it was something that does put certain people where they're kind of paralyzed. And they don't, know how to, think of anything else, and they kind of are at their beckon. So I'm looking forward to them diving into that a little bit more as well, because that was used on a couple people, and one of them couldn't get out of their head, and they literally took their own lives. So I really want them to kind of see how that's going to play into the new season. But I'm excited for the season. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing Garcelle do her thing and watch Eileen Powell do her thing. I will say this, and I'm going to end this. I really like Ren to get with Ben. I know a lot of people are all about Ben and Maddie, but I really like it. No offense to Maddie, she's sweet and everything all, but I like the chemistry between Ren and Ben a lot when they first met, and then when she realized Maddie was his girl, whatever, and all that. There was some really good funny scenes between the two of them when they were staying in the same house. But yeah, that's just my personal opinion, but I just had to throw it out there. But everybody, whoever, watches it, I know some people who know that I do those actual reactions. I do plan to do a weekly review on this as well, and I'm looking forward to seeing, what's in store. Please, by all means, comment below if you all are going to be watching this show. I know some people who do follow me who know I did the whole season and actually enjoyed it for what it was that I did. I didn't do live reactions, but I did actual, discussion or whatever. I might decide to do live reactions this time just to kind of get into doing those. I don't normally do those on my content, but I might want to add a little extra, change to what I have in store for you guys. So with that said, you guys, I will see you on the next reaction. You guys take care.